Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Anetta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go into what we were shipping out today on Thursday. So a good amount of stuff. We've been having like a good quantity, and the prices are going to be up and down for like how much total sales we have. But like I like selling at least like 10 items is really good for us. This is a little bit more. Let me see. Is it 10? Sorry. It's a 14 actually. So that's a lot. All right. So the first thing is this Railroads Sid Meier's strategy guide book right here. We get like a medium amount of strategy guide books. They do usually sell for like around $10. This one sold for 12. So like people love Sid Meier's because they do the Civilization game. They're super popular. This is Sid Meier's Railroads, where you're just doing like trains. It looks like pretty strategic and stuff. So people like trains, people like Sid Meier's and video games. All right, that sold for $12 plus shipping. Everything's gonna be plus shipping, so I'll save us some time right now. All right, next up we have Conan the Conqueror, like paperback book. We always do pretty well with these Conan books. We'll find them at like an uncommon rate right here. I don't know if this is first edition or anything. Nothing too special. It's sold for $7.20. I can tell what bin I had it in, that we had that for a little bit. But yeah, sometimes I'll do lots if I get a bunch of lots. I remember, particularly with Conan books, there was this one estate sale a long time ago. This is when we were more newbie. I walked into this estate sale. I was like one of the first 10 on there. I waited like an hour or two to be like the first ones there, which I don't really think that matters as much anymore. But we got in and I was so focused on some like Sega games. As I was passing by the Sega games, I saw a big box. Like think like when someone's like moving like a big Home Depot box, like 4 or 5 feet high, and it was filled with books. And I saw on the top like Conan books and stuff like this. The box had like $60 or $50 for it. So I was like, okay, I'll grab that when I'm checking out. Joke on me, because like 2 minutes later, I turned to my right, it's gone already. Someone had already bought it and already brought it to their car or something like that. So I was like, oh, I missed it. And then the Sega games weren't even that like good. So I was pretty sad. All right, that's just what it just triggers a random memory anytime I see Conan books. All right, moving along, we have a combo order. These are like 2 Polish books, I think, or some kind of, I forget their particular name. They're not yearbooks. And do you remember what these are called? Like, you know what these, yeah, these are the things where like people like pay to get into the, like it'll be like 50 years worth of people. All right, so 75th anniversary, 1914 to 1989. This is from Chicago. Saint, I can't even say that. Some kind of school, Diamond Jubilee. What? Ladislaus Parish. There you go. I think this is going to be a school or something like that. Same thing with this book. This one's 100th anniversary. So someone's probably in these 2 books. These ended up selling for $28.48. All right, I don't know too much about it, but it was pretty cool to sell like unique stuff like that. Those are the things we'll grab, like yearbooks and stuff like that, where someone can be nostalgic or they might be in them. All right, moving along, we have a really cool poster. I'm going to be really gentle with this one right here. This is going to be like a bunch of postcards. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to show it right here. I'm going to show part of it. I don't want to get messed up. So yeah, this is a pretty cool. It's just like some kind of poster right there. Oh, I accidentally brought another poster, so I'm gonna have to make sure not to ship that with it. Oh, it's probably upside down. Sorry everyone. This ended up selling for $11.99. It's like a lighter paper. There you go. Kind of furled up on its own. So I'm just gonna put this over here before I start bending stuff. All right, moving along, we have like an incomplete and used. These are like color aids. These have like 220 colors. They're just like little, here, I could probably take them out. These are pretty cool. I actually grabbed these when we had sourced way back in the day. These are from like my parents' basement. They're gonna basically be like crafting materials, little different like colors. Like someone already started using this for like hearts and stuff like that, but it's pretty cool. Like these are pretty good quality. Like someone still can use these and use like them as a craft project. I was almost gonna keep them myself. So they're like that. Just interesting craft stuff people like. This ended up selling for $11.24. There's a bunch of these. So yeah, like I said, someone's probably doing a cool craft project or something like that. Even with someone cutting out like little heart shapes from some of them before, these are still usable if they don't want like the full like note card size. All right, next up is going to be VHS. We do pretty decent with like interesting VHSs. Marsupilami. I don't fully remember this particular Disney character. I mean, like this image kind of reminds me of the Cheeto guy. But yeah, this ended up selling for $6. So nothing too crazy, except for like whoever, like this sticker, the $2 sticker was on there, not from like when we bought it, it was just on there. Someone was probably doing like a personal yard sale a long time ago. But I remember someone sent like an eBay message really early on. They sent it for like $1.99 and they said something like, I cannot fathom paying more than the actual sticker price on that particular VHS. I don't know why. I was like, oh wow, people get really intense with like I'm not sure why they wouldn't be able to handle paying $2. Like basically they were saying like you have to lose money on this or I won't buy it. Weird concept. People get really weird with money. I just remember seeing that message. It didn't bother me. It cracked me up. Ned and I had a good laugh about that. I just put the VHS in the bag the color aids were in. All right. Moving along, we have a Black Mirror right here, PC game. This is not the Black Mirror like TV show. This is like an older one. This is going to be like a mystery point and click type of game. This has like it's a smaller box. I like the bigger boxes. They sell for more because they look better on the bookshelf, but this is still good. This sold for $14.99. I like selling the PC games. All right, next up is going to be an X-Wing card, Miniatures Horton Slam Alt Art promo card. So yeah, you've seen us sell a couple of these starter sets recently. So this is going to be a promo card with like a different image on it. Like I said, the different ships will have like different upgrades and characters. So this is going to be like a character you're going to have piloting a ship. There's going to be like different stats here and abilities that they have. Every like upgrade or ship costs a certain number of points and you get a certain number of points to battle against someone else's team. So that's pretty cool. I had another one of those, so I already relisted it. That sold for $6. I don't know if I said. All right, next up is going to be Dust Warfare campaign book, the Hades version campaign book right here. This is like an alternate universe World War II miniatures game. So this is going to have like different stuff that happens. There's going to be like little robots and stuff like that. So the people like the military stuff. People also like the miniature games where you're like in a different universe or timeline. That sold for $7.50. I had a lot of that like Dust rule books and stuff like that. Especially, I think that campaign book, I have a couple more. It doesn't sell for too much, but I already have them listed. So it's not like I don't have to put too much effort into it. All right, moving along. Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This is hardcover for the Orc War Clans. Sorry, that was something else real quick. Orc War Clans right here. Age of Sigmar is going to be Warhammer's like fantasy version of the game. This is going to have rules and like painting guides and a bunch of lore about this particular clan. This sold for $15. All right, moving along, we have a Keebler empty container export sodas, like the little saltine crackers. It's Keebler brand right here, so it's a pretty nice green container. Not too many dents or where people like this particular stuff to collect or store or just to have the containers. This sold for $8.44. I still have a bunch of like tins to go through. All right, moving along, we have a little helicopter right here, like a Coast Guard type of helicopter. It's like a plastic, but like a better plastic. It says on the bottom, made in Thailand. Dopping, I can't see the rest of it because there's like a sticker. I need better lighting to be able to see it. This sold for $17.99. That's pretty good for all like the die-cast cars and stuff that we got from that one person. So like these have been adding up. And then also from that person, and I did a video of me organizing the big bin of like Marks, MPC, Timmy. There was other stuff. So this was one of the figures. This is our second sale from them. I listed them all, finished it yesterday. So it did take 3 days. I thought it would take 2 days, but it was a lot. It was a lot to go through. I think I got like probably 100 to 150 listings from these various different lots. This particular figure is like a pit crew figure from the 60s. This sold for $9.74, which is pretty good because, like I said, I listed a bunch of stuff. And the last thing for the day is going to be a lot of 10 The Amazing Spider-Man Dice Master booster packs. So in a booster pack, I think you get, it's 1 card and 2 dice in a pack, and they're going to have different rarities. You'll make a little team and you're going to duel someone else's little team. So they have a lot of Marvel and DC. They have like I think they have like a Yu-Gi-Oh version. I think they have a D&D version as well. But yeah, people like this game. This game, these packs were meant to be like $1 when they originally came out, but the demand was too high compared to the supply. So it kind of took them a couple years to catch up to that. And at that point, people kind of lost interest because finding this stuff was hard. So then eventually when they did catch up to the demand, they started properly making a bunch of starters and booster packs, but then people were already onto like other collectible games. You know, people don't get like excited about a game for more than like 2 years, if that makes sense. So these 10 packs sold for $11.99, which is slightly more than $1 per pack. I did not pay $1 per pack. I got like they're like these like cubes booster bricks for pretty cheap a bit ago, like a year or two ago. So these sold for $11.99. All right, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at the shop down below. Have a good one.